Today we're talking about instructional design hacks to become a pro.
Let's create some stuff.
And what you're going to learn is that being an instructional designer isn't actually about your design, it's about your system. And we're giving you a 5-step hack system today.
It's all about them systems. Welcome to eLearning Partners to the channel. We're happy that you're here. We got a free masterclass for you because we want you to have success every time you build an e-learning program or an online course. So go to that descripciones and click on that link. Get instant access today.
So the first step of your instructional design hack system is to identify your learners. So as an instructional designer, you actually want to start with who are your learners. So you're not going to start storyboarding or scripting. You want to figure out who are your actual learners. So if you're doing instructional design work for a client, you need to ask a ton of questions to define who the client's learners are. And how do we define our learners, Hector?
By figuring out what their biggest challenge is, right? We're going to identify many challenges, but we want to focus on the biggest challenge. Remember, team, remember this. We know that when you're watching this video, you're an amazing creative. You can create beautiful content, but we want to make sure that the people that are ingesting that content engage.
Exactly. So then once you have the biggest challenge, the second part of our hack system is to build your learner transformation statement.
For short, LTS. Learner Transformation Statement. Now, what is that? What that is, think of it as a value proposition. When your learner, before taking your course, where is your learner? And then after taking your course, how do they transform? Johnny, break it down into a visual format, my friend. Boom.
So basically, when you are designing a course for a client or for yourself, or however you're doing it as an ID, once you know who your learners are, you need to know what their journey is, and that's what their learning transformation statement is. Once you know their A to Z journey, A is where they start, Z is where the results they get from the course, then you can build that beautiful module, which is number 3. So now you're not going to build the entire course.
Don't do that.
You're going to start with building one module.
Just one module. We're sure that you may have 3, 4, 5, 15 planned. However, we want to start with one. Why is it important to start with one, Mr. Havey?
Well, you got to watch some of our other videos to learn how we break down the A to Z journey, because there's what we call milestones in between the A to Z. Well, within those milestones, there's modules. So some people actually call modules milestones and blah, 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 blah. But one module, you want to start with one part of the journey, okay? Not the whole journey. And once you build out that one module, we still want to figure out if these learners, right, that we identified in the first point here actually like what you built. So you're going to get learner feedback.
Learner feedback is key. Remember, never assume. Never assume what you're creating is solving that biggest challenge that you identify. The best way to know is by presenting what you have created in Module 1 to your learner to make sure that you're actually adhering and figuring out their biggest challenge, because they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you. Let's not assume. We've seen it so many times. Small companies, big companies, you name it, where they spend all this time and money developing all this content, and it doesn't actually solve the biggest challenge. So start with one, start small, and get that learner feedback.
So once you get that learner feedback, then you're going to build the rest of your course, but you want to continuously get learner feedback.
Building the rest of your course. Remember, after you build that module 1 and you get learner feedback, guess what you have? You now have a model, a system to build the rest of your content on, a system that you know works because you tested it with your learner. It's adhering to the biggest challenge, the design of your content, and the way that it's being presented in your e-learning is ingested from your learner correctly. It's solving their biggest challenge. So now you have confidence building module 2, 3, 4, and 5. Confidence in what? Not confidence in your ability, because you're amazing. It's confidence knowing that it is solving the biggest challenge, and we are going to hit that end goal, which is the learner is going to engage.
Exactly. And we have a bonus hack / tip for you. Once you do all this, we recommend that you take your own course. And the reason why we recommend this is because when an instructional designer builds their course for the first time, we tend to get in this mindset of how can I do this most efficiently and effectively? But the reality is when you actually go and take your own course, you're gonna realize, wow, why did I structure it that way? So if you as a learner don't like your course and the feedback that you're getting for your learners calls out different things that you may not agree with, take the course yourself, see it from their perspective, and you're gonna be an instructional design pro.
You don't just write a book and publish it. You write a book and
Then you read it
and edit it and make sure that it sounds good. Thank you so much for the likes and subscribes, and we will see you in the next video.